Hello everybody and welcome back to FM24. This is the Youth Academy Only Challenge and I'm very excited to get this back underway. Your support on episode 0 is what it was absolutely incredible, and I thought we've got to give you an episode on Monday, haven't we? So let's dive into the game and see what we're dealing with. Hello everybody, yes, we have gone with Racing Club Harelbeke, I think is how you pronounce it. Harelbeke. Dutch people in the comments, let me know how you pronounce it. I'll do a pronunciation test on Google and stuff as well and see what they say. But let's be honest, I was drawn in by the purple. A lot of you were like, oh, go with Ghent. You've got loads of history to be founded with. You can form the club history as much as you want. Harelbeke were 2016, founded in 2016, and also have the nicknames the Rats. So yeah, I think there's a lot to be dealing with here. I think you could pick any three of those and you'd all be in a pretty similar boat. We're predicted to finish 13th. We've got very good academy coaching at 13 already, which I'm very happy with. I think that's going to be pretty good. Youth recruitment's not too bad as well. We've got a decent stadium with 9,700 capacity. I have designed the shirts, which I'm very happy with. I found the badge, which I've imported into the game. And they are actually sponsored by Van Mossel Devos Campion. I mean, I've butchered that, but that's who sponsors them in real life, or one of their sponsors. And we've gone with a very plain purple home kit, black away kit. If you want to see a third kit in the game, let me know. And that draws me on to a little thing. Quick disclaimer, right at the beginning, in episode 1, there is the FM edit in-game editor icon up here. It is currently blurred out. It's blurred out because I've used it in this save. It has been used in this save. I had to use it to activate the ability to put fake kits into the game. The black kit that we had originally, and I drew attention to this in episode 0, was because they didn't have a registered away kit in the game. So I had to go into the editor, register them an away kit, upload my custom away kits, and then disable the editor, which has happened here. So I can't click on it anymore. It's not going to be used in the save, and this was just to put that message up front, because I don't want people being like, oh, you're using the in-game editor, that's why it's up there. No, I've disabled it. I can't use it. I've used it just to import the kits, and I'll have to do it if I want to put a third kit in the game. So let me know if you do want to see a third kit. And if we want it, what sort of colour designs do we want? What sort of wacky things do we want in there as well? But yes, we have the home kits in. We are at the club. We've gone through the facilities. We're looking pretty good, to be honest, on this page. Let's go and have a look at the squad. Now, here is the squad. We have played all of our pre-season friendlies. This is going to be the first game of the season where we're taking on BX Brussels in the Croquis Cup, which is a fantastically named cup, to be honest. And yeah, the squad's not looking too bad. We've got an array of talent, absolutely array of talent, and how I want to use it. One thing that really drew me in to Racing Club Harelbeke was this guy, Preben Steers. Now, if you're following me on Twitch or watching the Duisburg save, you'll know I've got a bit of a tendency to love a target forward. This guy is 6'4" and 22 years old. Jumping reach 16, strength 13, first touch 15, finishing 12, heading 12, off the ball 12. I just sort of feel like at this level of football, he's going to be incredible. He is slightly injury prone, but is generally very good. An intelligent player as well, which is something I like. Last year, he only scored 9 goals. I'm expecting him to at least double that this season with me in charge. In pre-season, he has scored 8 in 7. So he's started reasonably well under my tutelage. But yes, we're going to look to get the best out of him as a target forward. Other key players we have, it's basically the whole front three. So Gimif Kiriem is also a key player as well. I think we're going to have to utilise to get the best out of him. Can play on either wing, is looking pretty good. 5 goals in their promotion, 7.19, 6 assists, and again, 2 goals in pre-season, 4 assists already. So he looks like he could be pretty useful for us. At the moment, starting in behind the striker is Jordi Bialin. Lots of pace, good acceleration, good finishing, good composure. Off the ball needs a bit of work. But yeah, I do like the look of what he's doing. He didn't score last season, got 2 assists and a 6.84. But I do think, again, we're going to get a bit more out of him this season. Looking forward to using him here as the shadow striker. Again, needs a bit more off the ball, positioning, work rate, stuff like that. But for now, to get through season 1, he is looking pretty useful. And then finishing up the top 4, because we've looked at the striker, looked at the left winger, looked at the striker, looked at the shadow striker. In right wing is Emil Samin, who is our hot prospect slash best, not hot prospect, he's our best player. 27 years old. Good crossing, dribbling, determination, technique, work rate, teamwork, anticipation, acceleration, fitness and pace. He brings it all. And in their promotion season last year, 8 goals, 5 assists, and an average of a 7.13. So again, expecting him to do quite a lot. This season already 5 goals in 7 pre-season friendlies, averaging an 8.13. So it does look like we've got something sorted for the team. As you can see, we've played a lot of pre-season friendlies. And yeah, the Club NXT, which I think is Club Bruges' youth team, was 3-3. We actually lost to a team we could have been, which was La Louvre, 2-1. Belgium 2-2, we drew with them, and then we've just beaten the young Genk team 3-0, which was good. But they did get a man sent off after 8 minutes. So we're going into the season, and as I said, we're pretty much going to fly through these as much as we can. So it will basically be starting of the season. We'll then come back around March. I need to look into when the youth intake date is so that we can make sure that we're back and ready to record for it. And then the end of the season to see how we've got on. Now, there has been a lot of comments around finances in Belgium are messed up and it's impossible to manage there. Well, I see it as it's just another challenge to the challenge. If finances get that bad that we can't do it, we'll end up losing the challenges, end it, and then maybe start a new one. Who knows? But yeah, very excited. We do need to go staff hunting, though. We only have 1 coach in at the moment, and we have an assistant manager who is Nick Bonte, who isn't amazing. He's got a 1-year contract at the club, so we'll keep him around for the first season and see how he gets on. And we have a head of youth development as well in Yves Vantigem, who actually isn't too bad for the first year. He's got a 2-year contract. He's got good judging player potential, good working with youngsters. He's a balanced personality, so not the best. But he does like an attacking style of coaching, so he may bring through more attack-oriented players. That's something we'll have to look at. But overall, I think for the first couple of seasons, he'll probably do a decent job. We do need to go and hire some analysis. We do need to get 2 more coaches in as well, because I am terrible as a manager, starting with no badges, no experience, anything like that. Yeah, we've got attacking, defending, set pieces, working with youngsters, motivating, people management, and determination. Our stats higher than 1, with the maximum being 3. So it's going to be pretty tough. Not fussed about hiring scouts. I don't really want a technical director. I don't think we need one. The director of football is Bruno Devereux, who again is looking pretty rubbish, to be honest. We have 1 head physio. We actually have 2 physios at the moment. We're only allowed 1. We don't know how to head of sports science. I'll probably bring one of those in, and we will bring in a sports scientist as well. So the staff needs a little bit of work. As you can see, we're pretty rubbish in terms of mental, technical. What's TCO? I can't remember what TCO is. Goalkeeping coaching is pretty rubbish as well. Yeah, we're not great. Financially, though, we're not actually in a terrible position. I've moved all of the transfer budget into wages, of which we have plenty of room in there for when youngsters come through and we can start offering them contracts. We actually have 287,000 in the bank. We have lost 61,000 this month, but we'll see how it goes. We're just going to see how it goes. I assume there is going to be some loss of earnings. We'll have to make that back going up the tables. We'll have to let the board decide what they're going to do in terms of the money and go from there. But generally, I'm quite happy because they don't want me to do anything. There is no pressure on us this season. Finish in mid-table is the only real thing. Be competitive just means get through the first round. Work within the wage budget is the only thing they want. Maximum 1-year contract for players over 33 is fine. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch is what the board want us to do as a sort of culture. The supporters would like us to beat KV Krotia if we play them or be competitive against them and finish mid-table this season as well. So it's sort of in line with the current season plan from the board. So overall, I'm actually quite happy with where we sit at the moment. Now, the system. We're going to be playing an ultra aggressive attacking pressing system similar to what I'm playing with Brighton. Apart from having a playmaker, we've got a ball winning midfielder, and rather than having a left back that comes into centre back, we're just going to have a full back on support. Our weakest point is definitely midfield. At the moment we're starting with Geslin Mandanda in there. Really good determination, really good aggression, really good work rate, really good tackling, good heading, natural fitness, jumping reach, and he's only 5'10", but he will be starting in there. I haven't decided who's doing what role yet in the middle. And then we have next to him Mohamed Benadoud at the moment. Again, not looking amazing, but very brave, good work rate, good balance, good technique, so not too bad. We do have a couple of players coming back from injury. So Jan van Waldemarsh is probably someone I'm pinning my hopes for in central midfield to come back and not have too many injuries. Good finishing, first touch, marking, tackling, technique, vision, positioning, off the ball, decisions and aggression. Other than his physicals, he's probably going to be one of our starting players in central midfield. We're training up Lucas Diwale to be a central midfielder, and well, a holding midfielder as Segundo Volante, to try and use his physicals a little bit better. And yeah, we've got a decent squad. It is a decent squad. It's not much to write home about. It's not too bad. I mean, we've got Usan Faye coming through the youth team, who's a 6'2", good jumping reach machine. So he'll probably get into the first team at some point pretty soon. But as ever, we are sort of waiting and dependent on the first intake to come through. So that's what we're going. We've got Robbie Santens as well as a striker on the bench, who's 6 foot, has a good bit of physical and mental ability about him. Technically pretty rubbish, so he probably won't get too many games, but we'll see how it goes. The key standout youngster at the moment, potential-wise, is Akil Bastin, who can play either fullback position. Not many technical stuff, decent mentals, physicals are okay for his age, but he's only 5'5", so we'll have to see a growth spurt out of him somewhere. But yeah, it's good. I'm actually more impressed than what I thought I would be. So yeah, Bastin and Faye are the best youngsters we have at the club. We've got Mandanda, obviously, who I spoke, who's starting midfield for us. And then we have another centre-back in Eden Matandu Kabamba. Really lacks technically, a little bit mentally is all right, physically not too bad as well. So we'll see how it goes, but I am excited to get this underway, and we're going to go into the first game of the season. I just need to sort out the bench, don't I? Because we've been playing absolutely everybody in pre-season. So we are at home. We are at the Forest Stadion, I think it's called. The Forest Stadion. So Oscar Van Mol will be in the starting lineup, but he is currently suspended for things he did last season. Van der Milch, I think, can come in. He's lacking fitness, but I think we are going to start him over at Benadound in here. In fact, I think we're going to switch those two over because he has got a little bit... No, he lacks the physicals, doesn't he? He lacks the physicals. Mandanda can stay out here because he's got a little bit more in terms of jumping reach, work rate and things like that. So that's what we're going to go with at the moment. So on the bench, that leaves us Gallens, Van der Broek, left back, centre mid, striker, right back, centre mid, and sort of attacking midfielder left striker. Is there anyone? Yagan, I feel, has done an okay job and could potentially start for us, or especially go on the bench. So we'll put Zavan Yagan on there over... Well, I assume it's going to have to be Aaron. Aaron's going to have a rest, I think. Well, not a rest, he's going to be dropped. There's no rest in this. Utahova, again, could do a really good job for us. 20 years old. Decent right back. He probably would be better on the bench than Achille Bastin just for now, for this first game. Seppi Lacour, do I want Seppi Lacour, who is just a very good finisher, 28 years old, no physicals, or Robbie Santens? I think I'd prefer Robbie Santens as the physical nature, to be honest. Let's go with that. Right, so straight away we can send back our goalkeeper down to the under-21, so he gets lots of game time in there. And then we'll see how these guys work out. But that is our first team, the youth contract player, straight into the first team with the youth academy save, which is good fun. It's very, very good fun. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the squad. Let me know where your thoughts... I mean, the media said we're going to finish 13th. So, and the board did give us something like £50,000 to £60,000 to spend on transfer budget if we wanted it to. But obviously, we can't. So, but here we are. RC Harelbeke, something like that, against BAK Brussels. I'm not judging people by faces, because there's still that bug in Football Manager that that it can port faces from people that aren't in the game to the game. So yeah, it's very strange. Right, we're going to be very, very quick here because that's how I played my pre-season games, and so we'll slow that down a little bit, and hopefully we can get off to a positive start. We have dominated the game at the beginning, so we'll give them a bit more encouragement to try and get a chance on goal, as that's Brussels clearing it away into Van Dam over the top. That's a good ball, and Smith's in. It's a good save from Van Kierkegaarden in goal, and we're going to take the corner. Vandenberg into Bieralen. Bieralen going the long way around. The purple and the black is sort of clashing, according that they're in white socks as well, which wouldn't be allowed to happen in real life. You do have to change your sock colour if it clashes with the home team's sock colour. There's a little fact for you about rules of football. Right, let's demand more, because we're all over them. We're just not putting the ball in the onion bag at the moment. Van Kookhoven goes along with it into Salmon. And again, if you want your name in this game, you just got to be a Patreon as Salmon scores. Emil Salmon gets his first goal of the season. He is our best player at the club, and I'm expecting him to get quite a lot of goals. And you see he picked it up near the halfway line, just out sprints and outworks his defender that's trying to mark him, gets onto that inside sort of slot, and with his right foot fires it home. But yes, all the patrons and channel members who are currently signed up will get their name in the game when youth intakes happen. If you want your name in the game, then you can just sign up as a patron, $1 or £1 a month, or a channel member on YouTube. I can't remember how much those prices are, and you'll get your name in the game. And we bring you through the system, and eventually we get lots of the patrons and channel members playing in our starting team. That is what happened with Guiseley last year. It's what I want to do this year as well. So I'm hoping that we can do very well and go from there. So 2-0 up, 40 minutes gone. We are absolutely smashing them. They're non-league, so we should win this game relatively comfortably. I mean, we've got to half time and they've not even had a shot, and we've had 15 shots. So we are playing very, very well, and I'm happy with the number of shots. So let's keep this going. Keep on working hard. Obviously, this is more about the intro. Welcome to the squad. See what we get. Last year with Guiseley, we actually took our time a little bit in the first couple of seasons, and I think I've realised with a bit of hindsight is that you don't need to do that. Oh, that's not a bad effort from Van der Melch, because those people you use in the first seasons very rarely hang around for very long. I think Scott Lloyd was probably the only one that we used for a long, long time in the Guiseley save. But yeah, we're doing pretty... I'm intrigued to see how this goes. That's a good tackle. We'll get some fresh legs on in a minute just to make sure we don't pick up any injuries before the league starts. But if we can go a little bit of a distance in the Croaky Cup, maybe get some money, that would be relatively useful. As Salmon takes the ball down that right-hand side again, cross in, he couldn't find Steers, into Mandanda, shot over the bar. And oh wow, Steers has just... Is he injured? Because yeah, he is. Damn it. He just dropped off a cliff there. I think we're going to play Jagan. Jagan looked much better. And I think... Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do. Jagan is going to go as an advance forward to try and pin their defence back a little bit more. A 6.6 in a game where we're absolutely dominating them is not ideal. Do you know what we're going to do, actually? We're not. We're going to do Santens on 4. Who's getting the 6.6? It's Geordie, isn't it? Yeah. So Santens will go up front. Jagan will play in behind. And Santens will go to be back being a target forward. And we will see how that goes. So 2 subs done just on the 64th minute mark. But yeah, we're absolutely annihilating this Brussels team. They are struggling a bit. So, yeah. So I guess questions for the day. How do you think this first season's going to go? Do we put a third kit in for the team as well? And, yeah, let me know. I don't know if we'll ever use the third kit, but I quite like this purple kit. Oh, that's a good goal. It's just annoying that it doesn't differentiate from black very easily. So I could go in and change it because that's, we've got the in-game editor. You've got to trust. I know there's an element of trust, but people that have been around this channel for years will know that I do not use the in-game editor. It's cost me $6 Singapore to buy that in-game editor just to add kits in. So please do be appreciative of the fact I'm going to be very truthful and not use it. We nearly scored from that one as well as Koopman picks up the ball. But 15 minutes to go. Enough of that. I don't think any of you are going to judge me anyway, but we are 3-0 up. No one really has tired legs either, which is amazing. I mean, Jagan and Santens are full. They've not lost any bit of fitness since coming on, which is lovely. So I think let's go for We do want to get Lucas Duval into knowing this role a little bit better, and the more game time you play them there, the better they get at knowing the role. And then we'll take off Wade Koopman as well for Jean-Christophe Utenhoven, which is an amazing name. And I think that will be all of our substitutes. Just to get us down to the end of the game, 23 shots to 1, 8 on target to none, an XG of 3, and we've scored 3 goals. So you can say we've been in easy control of this game against a non-league team, which is sort of what you want to do. It's a confidence booster. It's showing you that you're above the non-league level in Football Manager, and that is crucial. I think that'll be really good. So De Smet goes back to Van Dam, and he goes up to Dawali, who's just come on. Salmon into... Oh, that was a good first-time shot. I wasn't expecting it, but it was a good first-time effort. And Salmon will take the corner. He's going to go short to Vandenberg. Cross in. We didn't win it, and now they may have a counter-attack, but I'm not... Given their track record, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. And that is that. Full-time 3-0 in our first competitive game. An absolute smashing of BK Brussels, and I will say that is about as good as you get. Keep that morale high. Keep the dynamics good. Bring through the youngsters when we can. Obviously, all of our youngsters are in the first team at the moment. That's annoying. 6 to 9 days that our main striker's out. But Mandanda scores on his debut, which is good. We are then going to play Racing Club Mechelen, who... Are they not in a league? I thought they were in a league. Competition, senior squad. No, they're not. They're literally just in the Croquis Cup. Why did I think Arsenal? There must be a Mechelen team that I do know that are in a league. But yeah, lovely win. What a start to the first season. So there we go. We have the Belgian First National Amateur Division. We are in that one. I can't wait to get it going and report back. And then we've got the Challenger Pro League, where Chelsea Bruges are in there. All I'm doing this for, by the way, is looking to see about the KV Mechelen. That's who I was thinking of. And wow, the Pro League's already started. 4 games in with Club Bruges at the top. So yes, there we go. That's the introduction to the squad, the first game of the season. We will now be back in the future. I don't know when the next video will be out, but we'll be back in March to go through, around about March, sometime like that, to see when the youth intake comes in and what sort of players we're going to get. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it. If you're happy for this Youth Academy Challenge to be back, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.